Anushka and Ronit. And okay, so I'm going to start. So as you can see, this presentation is a presentation in which we're going to compare the two chairs, the Bibendum chair by Eileen Gray and the Vasily chair by Marcel Grove. So the title here, BW, it represents the contrast between the two chairs and is also analogous to the color scheme that we've chosen for this presentation. So the basis of our comparison would be the similarities and differences in terms of the context, material, form, and the user experience of these chairs. Coming to context, first we have the Vasily chair by Marcel Grove. So when we talk about the Vasily chair, I think it is necessary that we mention brutalism. Brutalism is characterized by bare minimum construction, in which the material of the structure of the object is more exposed over its decoration or ornamentation. We see that in Marcel Grove's work, that is the Vasily chair, and his other works like the chaise lounge, the Cesta chair, and the cantilever chairs, the endoskeleton is exposed along with its material, and it has more emphasis compared to the seating or the ornamentation. When we talk about the inspiration for this chair is the angular bicycle, and we see that the Vasily chair is also majorly influenced and inspired by Bauhaus principles like mass production, functionality, geometric forms, and simple color palette. We see that these principles are also in common with the angular bicycle, justifying it to be the inspiration of this chair. Now Dishit is going to talk about the context with respect to the Bibendum chair.
Coming to Eileen Gray's work, we can see that a lot of her work emphasizes on volume, asymmetrical compositions as seen in the nonconformist chair, and minimal ornamentation, which are the defining factors of modernism. In the context of the Bibendum chair, the word Bibendum comes from the Latin phrase nunc est bibendum, which means it is time to drink. In the context of Bibendum, the character used by Michelin as their mascot, to drink means to absorb bumps we find on the road. In Eileen Gray's work, we can see that Bibendum followed the principles of modernism with the fact that it was a minimalistic geometric design and it used minimal materials to convey the same. Moving on to materials, the Vasily chair focused on having an exposed structure with bent steel tubes as the frame and horsehair leather as the material for the backrest and arm supports. In the case of Eileen Gray's chair, the Bibendum used leather and padded seats for the top part of the chair and a tubular steel frame, which is a monolithic structure at the bottom. Ronit will continue with the form.
So the form focused on a cross-plane inclined geometry, as you can see in the slide, and it was also similar in dimension to the Bibendum, hence being the reason for the comparison between the two. But rather than focusing on a padded and stodgy design in the Bibendum, this focuses on an exposed design where reviewers have went on to say that this forces the user to expose themselves so much as to the fact that they have to cross their legs just because they don't feel exposed. And the lower inclined seat makes it comfortable even with the minimalist leather slings, which you can see here, and the form of Bibendum. Here, the form is starkly different in the fact that it's curvilinear rather than being a perpendicular and simple geometry, but it still focuses on its principles of modernism because it has simple lines and still manages to become luxurious in the fact that Eileen Gray was always focusing on her French art influence and luxurious interior projects, and you would see that the seating height for both of these is also similar. To sum up the user experience of both these chairs, as I said, the Vasily chair has a thin hollow exposed structure, whereas the Vivendum follows up on a very encompassed chair, following through its inspiration, the Vivendum mascot, which is a very tubular and a cozy, comfortable mascot, which encompasses the user, and it also focuses that on the differences of both of the sitting styles, which focus on only a very minimal and functional use of leather slings for a seating experience rather than a very padded and hugging experience which we see in the Vivendum. And the Vasili chair was made to be mass produced in a Bauhaus design school setting where it was made to be very affordable, hence the use of a very mass produced thing like a tubular steel bicycle. But then, right now the costs of the chair has become very high because it is a designer product. But the Vivendum chair on the first hand was meant to be a luxurious product because of the setting it was made in, which was an interior project in Paris, and hence it was made to be an elegant and staucher design. We would like to acknowledge all the like to acknowledge all of the people who contributed to all of their works which we could learn off of, and thank you.